Your blood sugar does not sleep when you do. Right now, while you're watching this, your body is preparing for tonight. I'm Dr. Ahmed Ergin. I'm an endocrinologist. I'm a diabetes specialist in Fort San Lucie, Florida. We have a YouTube channel over 1 million followers, so be part of them, be part of our community. But I'll tell you this, what you eat in the next few hours, if you're watching this in the evening right now, will decide if you wake up energized or exhausted, if your blood sugar stays stable or spikes out of control, or if you sleep through the night or wake up at 3 a.m. craving sugar. I'm going to show you exactly what to eat before bed. Not just one snack, but a complete system. You will learn which foods lower your blood sugar overnight and which ones destroy your sleep and the exact portions that work that I'll tell you. By the end of this video, you will have a plan that works tonight. Not next week, tonight. But here's what most doctors won't tell you. The snack itself is only part of the equation, right? Timing matters. Combinations matter. Your current blood sugar level matters. And I'm going to break it all down for you. Now, stay with me because everything will connect. You'll be like, aha moment. Now, miss one piece, the whole thing goes apart. So let's start with what's happening in your body right now. Your pancreas is working. Everything is working. Your liver is storing glucose. Your cells are accepting insulin or resisting it, right? When you eat dinner, your blood sugar rises. That's normal. But here's the problem. If you eat the wrong foods at dinner, your blood sugar stays elevated for hours, like eating pizza right now. Then you go to bed with high blood sugar. And then your body cannot rest because it is too busy trying to process all that glucose. Now, this triggers the cortisol. Normally, cortisol should be very low at night when you're sleeping because that's a stress hormone. You don't need stress when you're sleeping. But when your sugars are high, cortisol remains high, and cortisol keeps you alert. It is supposed to, wake you up in the morning. That's what its job, and in addition to other jobs, not to keep you up all night, right? But when your blood sugar is high, like I said, cortisol stays high. So you toss and turn, you wake up like multiple times, and when you finally do sleep, it is shallow. You're not getting into the deep sleep, the REM sleep. That's where your body heals and repairs itself, right? But here's where it gets worse. Poor sleep raises your blood sugar the next day. And studies show that just one night of bad sleep can make you insulin resistant. Why? Because your cells stop responding to insulin properly because of all the cortisol flooding your system. So now you need more insulin to do the same job. And this creates inflammation. It stresses your pancreas and it starts a cycle that is hard to break. But here is another side to this. Low blood sugar at night is just as bad. Maybe you're on medication, like insulin. Maybe you skip dinner. Maybe you exercise late. And if your blood sugar drops too low while you sleep, your body panics. It releases adrenaline and cortisol again, now this time to raise your blood sugar back up. This wakes you up. You feel shaky, anxious, hungry, and you reach for whatever is closest, which is usually something sweet, and most people overdo it, and then their blood sugar goes crazy, never comes down, and yada yada. So we need balance. Not too high, not too low, just stable blood sugar. And that's exactly what the right bedtime snack does. It keeps your blood sugar in a safe range all night long. It helps you produce melatonin, which is your sleep hormone. It relaxes your nervous system and it gives your body the nutrients it needs to repair itself while you sleep. Now, let me tell you about the foods that can do this. I'm going to give you the science behind each one as well. So, after that, I'll show you how to combine them. And finally, I'll give you the exact timing and portions. First, let's talk about nuts. Almonds and walnuts specifically. These are very powerful. Almonds contain magnesium. Your body needs magnesium to relax muscles. A lot of people take magnesium supplements like magnesium glycinate at night just for that reason, to relax, to calm their nervous system. Almonds have them to regulate the blood sugar also. Almonds are great for it, right? Remember, we talked about this before. Most diabetics are deficient in magnesium anyway. They don't even know that. Your body loses so much magnesium because of diabetes itself, and some medications deplete magnesium levels as well. So when you eat almonds before bedtime, you're giving your body what it needs to shut down properly. There's more. Almonds have a lot of healthy fats and protein. Now, this slows down the digestion. So when you eat carbs alone, as you know, they break down fast. When you eat carbs alone, as you know, they break down fast. Your blood sugar spikes with that. But when you add fat and protein, everything slows down. The glucose enters your bloodstream so much more gradually. So no spike, no crash, just steady energy that lasts you through the night. And walnuts are different, by the way. They contain omega-3 fatty acids. Now, these are awesome for reducing inflammation in your blood vessels. They improve the insulin sensitivity. And here's the key part. Walnuts naturally contain melatonin. Did you know that? Not a lot, but enough to help. Now, when you eat walnuts an hour before bed, you're supporting your body's natural sleep cycle. Now, let's talk about tea. This surprised me when I first, found out about this, but 2 kiwis 1 hour before bed improves sleep quality by 42% in one study, and people fell asleep a lot faster. They slept longer, they woke up less during the night, and why, right? Why? Because kiwis contain serotonin, and your brain converts serotonin into melatonin. So you're not just eating fruit, you are giving your brain the raw materials that it needs to produce sleep hormones. Now, kiwis are also low in the glycemic index. That means that they don't spike your blood sugar. They are loaded with fiber, which slows down the digestion even more. And they have antioxidants that reduce inflammation. Now, all of this works together. It's not just one thing, right? It is the combination. But here's what you need to understand. These foods work best when you combine them correctly. You cannot just eat a handful of nuts and expect miracles. You need to think about what you ate for dinner to begin with, what your blood sugar is right now, what medications you're taking. All this matters. The activity during the day. Let me give you an example. Say you had pasta for dinner, and that's a lot of carbs. Your blood sugar is probably elevated right now by the time it's bedtime. In this case, you want more protein and fat in your bedtime snack. A handful of almonds would be perfect. The fat and protein will help bring your blood sugar down gradually. Let's say you had grilled chicken and vegetables for dinner, not many carbs. Your blood sugar might be on the lower side. In this case, you want a small amount of carbs with your protein and fat. For example, 2 kiwis, which is not high in glycemic index, with a few walnuts will work great. The kiwis provide gentle carbs. The walnuts provide fat and protein. Everything stays balanced. And timing is critical too. You want to eat your bedtime snack about 1 to 2 hours before you actually go to sleep. Not just like before bed and just jump to the bed. If you eat and immediately lay down, your digestion slows down. So food sits in your stomach too long. This can cause reflux. So you want to let that food leave your stomach before you go to bed, because otherwise it will disrupt your sleep. It will do the opposite. So give your body time to start digesting before you lay down. So if you're eating your dinner early at 5, right? So you can have this at 7, 8, and if you're going to bed at 10, then you're good. Portion size also matters. You're not eating a meal here. You're just eating a snack. So a quarter cup of nuts is enough. You don't have to have this whole bowl, right? And that's about a handful, maybe a small handful like this much. Now, 2 kiwis, not 3, not 4, just 2. And if you eat too much, even healthy food, you will raise your blood sugar no matter what. Because you will also add extra calories that you don't need. And that also is not good for your blood sugar. So you will feel uncomfortable trying to sleep with that. Now, let me tell you what not to eat. This is just as important. Avoid anything with added sugar, right? Includes cookies, candy, ice cream, even yogurt with fruit on the bottom. These spike your blood sugar really fast, and you might fall asleep quickly because of the blood sugar crash and you feel so freaking tired, but then you keep waking up from low blood sugars, right? A few hours later, because, then your blood sugar will rebound, all these fluctuations, not stable, not good. Avoid refined carbs, white bread, crackers, pretzels. These add like sugar in your body, immediate sugar. They break down super fast, they spike your blood sugar, and they do not provide any nutrients that you need for your sleep. And also avoid heavy, greasy foods like pizza, the fried chicken, the burgers. These take hours to digest. So you cannot eat those dinners and have snack before you go to bed or even 2 hours before bed because you're so high in sugar and so full anyway. Because they sit in your stomach so long and they cause reflux. They make you uncomfortable. And the excess fat can actually interfere with the insulin function. Obviously, avoid caffeine. This seems obvious, but you'll be surprised. Coffee, tea, soda, even chocolate has caffeine. It stays in your system for 6 to 8 hours. So if you have caffeine after 2 p.m., it is still affecting you at bedtime. Avoid alcohol. Many people think alcohol helps them sleep. It doesn't. It might make you drowsy at first, but it disrupts your sleep cycles. So you don't get into the deep sleep. You wake up more during the night, and it affects how your liver processes glucose. Your blood sugar becomes unstable from that. And now, here's something most people don't know: the temperature. The temperature of your food matters because cold food takes longer to digest than the warm foods. So if you eat something cold right before bed, your body has to work harder. This can interfere with sleep. So room temperature is actually better. So if you're eating nuts, keep them at room temperature. If you're eating kiwi, take it out like maybe 30 minutes from the fridge before you eat it. And hydration plays a role too. You need water to digest food properly, but you don't want to drink a lot right before bedtime because then you will wake up just to use the bathroom too often. Just have a small glass of water, maybe a couple ounces, 3 or 4 ounces with your bedtime snack. That is enough to help the digestion without filling your bladder. Now, let me give you some combinations also that will work for. These are based on what I recommend to my patients also. First option is 10 almonds and 1 key. This gives you magnesium, healthy fat, protein, and serotonin. It is balanced, it is simple, and it works for most people. Second option, 6 walnut halves and a small handful of berries. Blueberries or strawberries work as well. The walnuts provide this omega-3 fatty acids and melatonin, and the berries provide the antioxidants and a small amount of natural sugar. This combination is great if you exercise, especially earlier in the day, and maybe you need more carbs because, if you're on insulin, etc., your blood sugar may go low at night. Third option, 2 tablespoons of almond butter and celery sticks. This is crunchy, it is satisfying. The almond butter provides fat and protein. The celery provides fiber and water. This works really well if you're someone who likes to chew your food, right? The act of chewing can actually be calming. And the fourth option, I would say a small handful of pumpkin seeds with half a kiwi. Pumpkin seeds are high in zinc and magnesium, and both help with sleep, both help with blood sugar control, and the kiwi adds serotonin and vitamin C. This is a good option if you're allergic to tree nuts. Now, let's talk about what happens when you do this consistent. Not just one night, but every night. Your body starts to adapt. Your blood sugar becomes more stable. You fall asleep faster. You sleep deeper. You wake up less during the night. And when you do wake up in the morning, you feel rested. Your fasting blood sugar is going to be lower. Your energy is going to be higher. Your mood is going to be better. But there's more. Better sleep improves insulin sensitivity. So when you sleep well, your cells respond to insulin better. This means your pancreas does not have to work as hard. Over time, this is what we are able to see. It can reduce your need for medication too. It can prevent complications. Because better sleep reduces inflammation. Chronic inflammation is the root cause of most diabetic complications: heart disease, kidney disease, nerve damage, eye problems. So when you reduce inflammation, you reduce your risk for all of these. So better sleep helps with weight management. So when you are sleep deprived, right, your hunger hormones go haywire. Like ghrelin goes up. That's the hormone that makes you hungry. And leptin goes down. That's the hormone that makes you feel full. So you eat more as a result, right? So you crave sugar and carbs more, you gain weight. But when you sleep well, these hormones balance out. You eat less, you make better food choices, you lose weight more easily. And here's what I want you to do tonight. Pick one of the combinations I gave you. Eat it like 1 to 2 hours before bed. Pay attention to how you feel. Do you fall asleep easier? Do you sleep through the night? And how's your blood sugar in the morning? Track it for a week and see what happens. Obviously, if one combination doesn't work, try another one. Everyone is different, right? Everybody's body is different. So what works for your friend might not work for you. But you need to experiment a little bit, you know, intentionally and, you know, but stick with the principles, right? Healthy fats, protein, low glycemic carbs, small portions, proper timing. And remember, this is part of a bigger picture. The bedtime snack matters, but so does everything else. What you eat for breakfast, what you eat for lunch, what you eat for dinner, how much you move during the day, how do you manage stress, how much water you drink, all of it connects. So your blood sugar is not just about food. It's about your entire lifestyle. But changing everything at once is going to be overwhelming. I know, right? So that's why we have all these videos to kind of give you small tips and tricks. But start here. Start with your bedtime snack. Get this right, then build on it. Add morning exercise, improve your breakfast, reduce your stress one step at a time. This is how you take control of your diabetes. Not with quick fixes, not with magic pills, with small, consistent changes that add up over time. So your body is smart. Give it what it needs and it will heal. Give it the right foods at the right times and your blood sugar will stabilize. Give it quality sleep and everything else gets easier. But tonight, you have a choice. You can eat the same foods you always eat, like your ice cream, maybe. Yeah, a lot of my diabetic patients do, and they confess. But you will get the same results that you always get. Or you can try something different, something new that you learned today, something that's backed by science, something that works. And the choice is yours, but I can tell you this. Thousands of my patients have made this change and their lives are better because of it. Their blood sugar is lower, their sleep is deeper, their energy is higher, and they feel like themselves again. That's what I want for you. Not just better numbers on a blood test, but a better life, more energy to do the things you love, more time with the people you care about, freedom from constant worry about your blood sugar. And that is possible. And it starts tonight with one small snack. So make the right choice. See you in the next weekend.